Hi, good evening, class. Uh, till we connect, we will wait for others to join in. In the meantime, I will just share with you the relevant links. So, in case of any queries, technical issues, please reach out to this number. And as always, here is your feedback link, right? Please do give us a feedback before you guys leave. So, today's class is LinkedIn marketing. And then we have Instagram to be covered in the next class, right? Excuse me. Guys, is the screen visible to you all? And I'm audible enough? Great. So we would be covering LinkedIn. We'll start LinkedIn today, and also we would finish. We will start the Instagram in the next class, right? So what we'll do is I'll try to finish off LinkedIn, and then there was a video which was remaining, right? Demo video which we could play at the end, right? Okay, so any questions from the last section, the session which we had? We'll begin the class at 8:05. Just give another 2-3 minutes to people who are joining in. Priyanka, this question is from Facebook session. How can we practically go live with graphical content like Exego example and also 360-degree video example also had an example of graphical content instead of an actual 360-degree video. How is that done? So you can create your contest. What you need to go. This is with pertaining to your graphical content for the Exego example. You can create your content and on Facebook Live where you have an option of no adding pics or adding this thing, you can actually showcase a presentation. You can actually come up with this content, and no, you can pre-create your creatives. You can actually work on those creatives at your this thing and at your end, and then try to kind of go live with the same graphical representation. And same goes with your 360-degree videos also. Once you create a 360-degree video on the as by the tool or the it is available on the phones, we can again create the graphical content like we did for like Camlin did. I think Camlin did for coming out don't take pressure kind of a campaign which they did. So you can create that campaign. Okay, we can discuss this thing once. Let's start with the class. We can discuss this thing later. Yeah. I'll tell you. So, how many have? Okay, so now there are 10 of us here. I think few of us still have not joined. So we'll be starting with the LinkedIn marketing class today, guys, and we would be covering the Instagram marketing in the next class Thursday, right? Plus, would be showing you the demo videos. I think there were one video which was left, right, on the social media, social marketing tool. One or two videos, whatever were left, we'll be showcasing that. So by the end of the section, you would learn an introduction to LinkedIn and what active users do on the platform, how to use LinkedIn effectively on personal branding, how to build LinkedIn profile that stands out from the crowd, what are LinkedIn company pages, effective use of company pages for brand marketing, LinkedIn page analytics, and how to use LinkedIn's advanced search functionality, LinkedIn Premium, and the LinkedIn ads. Right? So we go about with introducing LinkedIn marketing. What do active users do on LinkedIn? So why do you think that LinkedIn is as a platform? What is the purpose of LinkedIn? We have covered this thing in our first session. Primarily, LinkedIn is used for connecting and building up our social professional network, right? So it's primarily the network of people who are professionally very strong, very headstrong, very much too updated as per the industry trends. Like also we try to connect with people who are looking for jobs. So it's like it's a tool which can be used, it's a platform which can be used for career advancement, to analyze what's the status as per the mere industry standards for your profile, for your brand, right, for your company. And at times what happens is that LinkedIn help employees to source good candidates, as well as com- clients or the candidates to source good companies to work, right? And also, as mentioned, that it helps both the brand, the candidate, or the person who is having the profile here on LinkedIn, as well as the companies to be updated with the latest industry trends. So, what is the effectiveness of LinkedIn? How many of us, in which includes you and me, when we plan to go for a meeting, do a LinkedIn checkup? How many of us do that? Or we are planning for an interview, we are going and meeting the HR head, or we are going and meeting the head of marketing or someone who does that. Okay, so it's only two of you guys who does that. I should also say I do that normally whenever, if I am, if also people are reaching out to me, people are reaching out to me in terms of that they want to come down and meet, they have a meeting with me, I would love to screen their profiles also, that who is coming to meet me, right? Or if there has been too many uh, calls or mail exchange over something from a partner or a vendor or an agency, I will again go back, look at my profile. Guys, please go on mute. Please mute your mics. It is every time the same exercise that I have to repeat this thing. So it is very effective medium of meeting your face-to-face networking connections, rather than just chatting or adding them, or mapping their profiles on LinkedIn, right? On a recruiter's basis also, as I mentioned, that 94% of recruiters use LinkedIn to examine the potential clients. So not only that, that people here are very much interested. People who are interested in a candidate, or a candidate who is interested in joining a brand or company, would go and visit the page, LinkedIn page, right? So What is known as marketing on LinkedIn? Marketing on LinkedIn is precisely divided into two kind of marketing, wherein we refer to brand marketing and personal branding. So brand marketing, as I said, that most of the brands which are available on LinkedIn, how do they promote themselves in the in LinkedIn environment? And personal branding is as a public figure. If you are a person, if you are a known person in the industry, how do you kind of personally, kind of network within the professional ecosystem? What is that industry knows you for, right? So that kind of a personal branding, if basically if you are a public figure, right? People follow you, you write on various topics, people do come back to you, right? So this is something which we talk about on both terms. Now we move towards the further detailing of what is personal branding on LinkedIn. Personal branding on LinkedIn is primarily how you are positioning yourself on LinkedIn. It might be that you can start with such a small thing which is just customing your URL as per your profile. So I'll show you how do we do that. Thank you so much. I will show you how do we do that. Like this is my profile, right? Now this was home. This is my profile which I come on. Can you see this option of edit public profile and URL? I click here. I get this option of Gauri Avasti, right? What is suggested by LinkedIn, or what is suggested in proposing we as trainers? We are proposing that it is always good that you should look at creating your profile with your name, right? You should try to put Gauri 007 the bond, no kind of stuff. So the those funky characters will not grab that seriousness on your profile. If there are too many Gauris available with the same name, which I know the world is full of Gauris, I am not the only one who is there, right? So then you can add a number to it, 02, 05, 03, 18, whatever. But let's not make it rhyme like, just adding Gauri and then adding my mobile number, right? So here you can edit this with this pencil. If you click here, you can add custom URL, make your profile this thing, save it, and it becomes your public URL is fixed for as a name with Gauri Vasti. So now if I have to do this thing, that my public profile, so actually, because this not only helps you to get a proper branding, but it also helps you to promote. Google also picks up you on results. So if you have to tell someone that hey, you can find me on LinkedIn. So it's linkedin.com in, and you just type Gauri Vasti and you can find it. Right? The person would type the public profile name and hey, he can see the public profile. Right? So this actually stands like an e-profile, e-resume for anyone whosoever is wanting to go ahead. Right? Okay. Then post customing your URL for your namesake. You have already done that. We also do certain activities which promote us as a brand, right? So now this is something I go on my homepage. If I have to write about anything, if there is something which um, attracts my attention, right? LinkedIn gives us an option of writing an article. So this is basically a blogging platform which LinkedIn has provided, irrespective whether you have a standard profile or you have a public profile, sorry, or you have a profile which is premium profile, you are entitled to use this thing. You can use this as a blogging platform. If none of us, if I think some people mention, I don't know whether in this batch or my Sunday's batch, that they don't have a website, they don't have a blogging site, so you can actually start writing on LinkedIn, right? What stops you to put there? You can write a heading, you can add a image to this, and with all the font actions, you can start really working as a nice this thing, as a good blogger. You can add images, right? Add to your profile on your post, and also videos. So LinkedIn comes with these three options, right? Now, when you've done your posting, I'll show you how where it will come. Oh wow, I've already crossed this number. So if you can see the articles. So this is something which I had written on my Facebook page, which I shared here. Then some articles on which I kept writing, and now I don't get time, which I have to start getting back to writing. Content is king, effective leadership, programmatic buying, ORM. So you can see that all these articles posted here has got some kind of a reach, right? People have commented, people have liked. So this is something which we can utilize as the as a post, as a platform. Your articles will categorized here. Then you have a section which has posts. So all your posts, whatever you're posting, will come under this section, right? So this is something which you can do on a regular basis. This will not only enhance your visibility, but it will also pull up, pull you up on the Google results. So let's look at the benefits of publishing these posts. Some of these I've already covered while I was giving you the demo. It definitely, no doubts about it, that it builds credibility for you, right? It actually bring your as an individual's brand currency on top, right? It actually creates an aura around your profile, right? I have been writing, I've been there in the industry. I just saw it was just 8,000 something. Now I have a good follower base of 9,000 people who actually look up to in terms of what I'm talking about, what I am sharing. They like my post, they revert. I really feel kicked up, right? People come, people debate, and it is such, it actually gives me that Salman Khan's kick, right? I feel like sharing, feel like talking to people, engaging and stuff. So that comes within, right? No, I don't think, Mehak, regular posting on LinkedIn, just like FB, will help us with Google Analytics. Help us with Google Analytics. You don't have to be that regular with LinkedIn as you are with Facebook, but definitely in a week, if you can post 2 articles or 3 articles, or at least come and do a share, write a blog, it would be helpful for you, right? And Google Analytics will not. affect here, but it is going to be yourself. The normal, the insights are being given by LinkedIn only. So if you could, I don't know whether you guys noticed, but this is your, for example, this is your page. Can you see this? That this is a private dashboard which would be only shown to you. This will tell you that to include your profile. So there were 1696 views on my profile, 446 post views, and this is something pertaining to a some couple of, so obviously you put a date to it, and then this is 494 times the profile, which is like this, was appeared in the search appearances. So which is, if you search here with the name or this thing, it is giving you my number, which is close to 500, that the search came like that, right? It definitely showcases industry expertise. So when you're publishing posts on a regular basis, it definitely would start showcasing you as an industry expert on a certain field, on a certain things. Can be used as a distribution channel to promote your brand blog content. As I said, that if you are in a habit of writing, this is the best platform wherein you can write about yourself. You can write a blog and start promoting it. Like I said, that you should help and work towards building and optimizing your profile for LinkedIn search, right? So how do you do that? In terms of that, you create your profile in such a way, you write in a neat paragraph form, like I have done. If this is my profile, so what I've done is I have neatly described what's my overall experience has been. I have highlighted my specialities, right? The media coverages which have happened has been shared. Secondly, the profiles what have been maintained here, as in if I've written the kind of work, my workspace and stuff. So what I do is, if I take a combination of a para wherein which concises my activities, and then I use bullets. So you can either use this as a combination, or you can simply use numbering or just bulleting your this thing, or you can just use a small para. But it cannot be in a haphazard way that you're writing long paras, which actually is at boring at times. So that is what we've tried to explain you here, that it has to be a very concise description what you've done overall, and how also it is always good that you ask others to give you a recommendation, right, of the kind of work what you've done, of the kind of if there are any projects, you should try to showcase your work also, right? If that's not confidential, please try to showcase your work, which is always good, right? Then the most important thing is that you try to connect all your email IDs to the profile, irrespective of they being your official IDs, personal IDs, right? So you should try to kind of add all your IDs, and whichever ID you want that the interaction should happen, it should be made as primary. The rest email IDs remain in your LinkedIn, right? So because at times what people does is that they kind of connect with one ID, and then somehow they, especially official ID, they leave the company, they go off, and their LinkedIn account is closed. So you should have an official ID, along with that a personal ID. So when you create your profile, LinkedIn will ask you to submit email IDs. What email IDs should be? It is a process before before which you will not be able to enter or kind of create a profile. So when you create a profile or you simply log in, the first form which you fill up with all your details and stuff will ask you your email IDs, right, Meher? And also, yes, you're right. The search appearance means how many times post has been viewed. No, no, not post. It's how many times you have been viewed in the search result. How many times people have typed in my name as Gauri Avasti on search results and my profile has pulled up. Or digital marketing expert or whatever, but whatever the keyword which has been written in my title, profile title. So here again, it is always good to mention the keyword which you want that the profile should come up with, right? Like here, I have not mentioned that I work with Fab India. I've just mentioned what as a person I am, right? Where I have been facilitated firstly, um, then what I have was nominated for last year's for the awardees, right? So this was there. Might be I can just update it now on Fab India, and then in my if someone clicks here and they view my profile, then it is showing that I head Fab India, right? See, that Sapna, that is something which LinkedIn will ask you. So you that is something which LinkedIn will ask you when you create your profile. They will see they will ask you which add and remove email addresses on your account. So here email addresses you have added, so you can add as many addresses as possible. Add email address here, add again. Then again LinkedIn will ask you make primary. So only one email ID can be made primary. You can remove, you can make the other ID primary, you can make one official ID primary and one personal ID primary, but they have to be added here. And the one which is primary is the ID which is public. Rest IDs are not open for public, but it is only for LinkedIn's reference. Okay. Now joining relevant industry groups. Okay. So now here what happens is there are relevant groups which are available. I'll take you through. So can you see this thing that these are some of the influencers, companies or groups which I like and I'm following, right? So you can follow as many people as possible whom you like and you want that whatever they are doing you should be kind of made aware of. These are the companies which I'm following, and here comes the group. So LinkedIn has a lot many groups like digital marketing, media marketing professional worldwide, OnStar. So they LinkedIn comes up with a huge number of groups, right? So what you can do is you should try to be part of those groups. You should try to join those groups, right? So such because that will definitely help you to visit more products. So here is the option which says groups. Yes, they viewed my profile. So there are certain amount of groups which you can look at adding. So when you're creating your profile, right? When you're creating your profile, you can. So these are the groups which I have added, which I am part of, right? So you can actually add more groups, create groups, my groups, or you also have an option of discover. So you can discover more groups. These are the groups: marketing executive, Bitcoin, brand activation. Right, so you see there are a lot of groups which are already there, which you can see, check, and and you will also be shown who are your mutual friends, your connected friends who have already part of these groups. Now, getting the most out of your groups, Mehak, this answers your question. Obviously, if you are getting added to these number of groups, definitely this will add value to your profile, to yourself as a professional. You would have very meaningful interactions and conversations with the group members, irrespective of the fact of you guys be talking to each other, or even meeting up face to face, right? So it is not needed that on LinkedIn, how many people are your friends, you have met them face to face, right? You met them some at the seminars. There are so many colleagues of ours who work with us in the same organization. So need not that we have met everyone face to face, right? So, but LinkedIn is considered to be a very, very safe platform wherein you primarily get added to like each other, to add to their profiles if you need to be professionally connected, right? So then, likewise, connect to relevant people. As I said, that you should look at connecting to like-minded people, share relevant articles, blog posts, answer questions, offer solutions to members problem. So, which should actually depict that you are driving thought leadership, right? And that actually in turn builds up the trust amongst two networking friends. Avoid outright promotion. You should avoid doing a self promotion on that particular group. You should not say, ki, hey, I am the king of content, ask me. Hey, I am the digital marketing geek. You should only ask me, right? You should avoid doing that. Mehak, again I repeat that this particular question, what you are asking, two times the question what you have asked, all the answers are already here, right? The answers are already here. That if you feel that you want to create a group, see, just for the heck of creating group, I would advise don't create. If you want to create that group, then how much value are you going to add to your group members? Are you going to connect to the relevant people? So all these questions, your question has been answered on the pointers which I've already presented. Will you ensure that the group will have a meaningful interaction and conversation? Secondly, why will a person come and join your group? Right? So those are the questions which are there, which I think we should keep in mind before we create any group. Right? Now there are certain best practices which we should follow for LinkedIn. Definitely for LinkedIn, you should have a good headshot for your profile picture. You should definitely come up with a nice picture. So, did you see that? That this is something which actually showcases your images. It comes your profile, your headshot comes in, rather than I've seen people just posting a group pic on LinkedIn. Come on, LinkedIn happens to be your personal profile. You can't be and then people are confused who is Gauri Avasti amongst all these three females, right? So do you agree to my point? If it's your personal profile, even I have seen people doing that on the Facebook pages also. What do you mean your profile pic? Your profile pic is something which is your personal pic, which you can put yours, you can put your, if you're married, your hubbies or your sons, whatever, or your daughters. Since I have a son, so I always say sons. And in the background, which is your cover pic, that can be anything. It can be a motif. It can be a normal pic like this, something which I created. So I picked up a pic, then I added a phrase or a terminology or a word or something which actually defines me, right? This is something which whenever I read this keeps motivating me, right? So this I have kind of printed it and put it on my desk also, on my in my office. Yeah. So what we say is that you should ensure that you have a good headshot for your profile picture. Ensure that you have updated all your major sections. That is, you should try to have all your updated stuff. Your complete data should be there so that your profile is viewed as an all-star profile, right? So if you don't do that, then it's a problem, because then in that case, uh, no, you will not be able to visible. You will not be visible enough on this thing. Your visibility will not be that great. Strategically use keywords that you would want me to be found for in your text and description. So you should try to use those encrypted keywords which you would want that your profile should come up on the search results. Avoid writing large paragraphs. Use crisp bullet points, so which should be able to convey your information. And like I said, you can also do a combination. You can use small paras with a combination of bullet points also, right? Have a custom URL for your profile. As I mentioned, that we should customize your URL as per your profile. Add media, images, videos, and slide shares wherever possible. Get endorsements and recommendations. So you should try to add those images, videos, or recommendations wherever you can showcase yourselves. So is this clear, guys? Lesson 2. Now we move to lesson 3, which is brand marketing. So how you basically help a brand to pull up their results on LinkedIn. So Mehak, this is the profile, right? As I mentioned, that what you can do is when you have created your profile, this is the place which gives you skills and endorsement, right? So you have add a new skill, and then you have So like this, some Devesh has endorsed me for search engine marketing. So now if I say add to profile, okay, I don't know what's wrong, but it will get added. So now here there are some endorsements which have been done by my colleagues, right? So like there are plenty of them. These are the total endorsement, industry knowledge endorsement what I've got from my various people whom I've worked, right? So you can take the endorsement, you can recommend people, you can also kind of endorse people on yourselves from your end. And this is something which I was talking about recommendation. So you can ask for a recommendation which can be added to your profile. This is the section which will have the received recommendation, right? These are the received ones. So these are the received recommendations. And what you can do is that you can also give recommendations to others, right? So there is two things. One is endorsement. People will endorse you, which they feel that you are good with a certain skill set, right? And those numbers, the numbers which are shown here, are the numbers which how many people have endorsed you for a particular skill, right? Am I clear, Meher? Okay. So we come to brand marketing now. How do we create a company page, right? So I will show you how to do that. Okay, let's take an example. Um, let's type Google. So. So let's say Google. So this is the page for Google, right? Do I want to follow Google? Yes, I will follow. This shows me this shows me their overview, right? uh, Jobs. So all the jobs which are available which fit as per my profile would be sectioned here. What's the life around in Google? It's about us, recent update. Then there is some news on the stock. Some pages which are showcases. And amongst my connections, there are 20 connections who are already working in this company, yeah, in Google. And then Google gives you an updates how many followers are here, what Google keep on posting, right? So this is my page which I can come and see. Okay, I am not the admin for this page, right? Now I go onto this page wherein I click on work. And so here, firstly, if I have to create a page, right? So this is something which Google's page is already available as a company page. I have to create a page. So I click here, create a company page. I click here, right? I get let's set up your company page. So we have the company name, my company URL. I verify that I'm the official representative of this company. So I click this, this goes up, and we create a page. Once you click on this, right, something like this page is going to be open. This is for one of my earlier projects. So I had created a test page, right, for my client. So they are into a lot of websites development and stuff. So if you see that the engagement is pretty less right now, because we are the regular postings are there, the company is very new, and you need to have a kind of a good follower base. But if you see this, since I am an admin, I will get an admin view here written here, right? And if I go back to my previous step, this is also a company view, company page view. But here, can you see any admin written here? No, right? So I'm not an admin for Google page. However, I can go and visit Google page, which is there, which is Google's official LinkedIn page, because I aspire being there once in Google, or that's my favorite company, and I would love to follow it. Right? I would like to see what's the culture around, how many people are working in my connection, how many people are there. So I kind of I'm passionate about this company, and I would love to follow it. Right? Many of us are, like for Facebook and Google. Those are my favorite companies, and I would love to follow them. So here it goes that as a company profile, this is the difference. But if I am an admin, it will give me, to the difference here is that I will get an updates, I will get overview. This is an overview. Now, if I am an admin, this is going to be the overview page, which is going to be showcased like I've seen in my Google. So can you see this? There is no updates or insights page, but your overview page is being shown to you as the front first page of any company. So here it is your overview, jobs, life, everything, right? You have the location and even the groups what you have been part of. Then I come to my analytics. The analytics will give me visitors, updates, and followers. So how many visitors I have for this client? Oh, it is pretty less. Then I see my updates. Updates have been there: 1 like, 30 comments, 0 shares, follow, organic, right? So it's been not that good, right? These are the impressions which have been got. It's not that happening, right? So we need to build up the base. So these are the notifications which we get. Followers, not good. I can also look at showing you central power, which again was has me as an admin there. So now here you can see the feng shui tips, right? So the regular postings which are going, Regular posting. So this is the difference between a company page and the admin view page or the admin page for any company which you are following, right? This is exactly what we saw. Now, LinkedIn company page, what updates do you think that it should have? So it should share valuable industry stats, data which is referring to or relevant to that industry, right? And any other information that the TG or LinkedIn would find relevant. Showcase company culture, which is kind of very, very important. The way you portray yourself in the industry. Share own blog articles, demonstrate thought leadership, which will actually pull up your brand essence, yeah, your brand currency. Share inspirational quotes, which should be very, very motivational, shareable. The content needs to be good enough, right? Then you have certain case studies, the kind of work what you have done for your clients, for your company. Showcase client testimonials also and the case study. So whatever work you have done, the kind of work you've done for the clients, you should showcase that. Okay. Now guys, time for a small activity. Write down 5 categories of content updates that you will post to your LinkedIn company page. It can be your business page which you want to set up, or your existing brand or company which you work for, or existing page which you have already set up. Quickly, in 5 minutes, please ping me with your answers. Okay, Amit says CSR awards, product launch, survey results, employee engagement. Wonderful, Amit. If I am not wrong, this is as per your company, right? As per the brand which you're working for. Great. Very good. Others, guys, quickly. Okay. Trending technologies, work culture of company and others. 5 categories I said, Sally. Wonderful, Priyanka. Rohit, Mehak, where are you? Very good. Very good, Shantanu. Company mission, vision, life, this thing. Others, guys, what are others doing? Please respond quickly. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Wonderful. I think most of you did participated. Yeah. So we are done with the live demo also, and we move to lesson 4, which is LinkedIn Advanced Search and LinkedIn Premium. So now LinkedIn Advanced Search is which gives us locations, connections, current companies, and also it has an option of all filters. Like Mehak, just concentrate on the class. I think continuously you're just asking questions. What I would suggest is just concentrate on the class. How interested people can collab. Invite. What is this? Invite. Event invites that we celebrate on website through participation occasions. What is this question? I am not able to understand. Completing the task? Acha, acha, acha. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. So now what happens is that if I have to for search for any company, let's say Facebook. So can you see this option which says locations, right? So it has given me a preference of locations. I can add a filter. I can say India, apply, right? Then here it gives me an option of connection. Acha, also one more thing that in Facebook it is asking me people, jobs, content or more. What am I looking for? Right? Whom am I searching? So if I say people, so in people, it will again ask me location, connection, as in what level of connection it is. It is my second, first, or third. Then current companies, right? And then also it has a range of other filters, which is this, which is your name, Last name, title, it also gives you locations, current locations, industries, parts, companies, profile, language, and schools, non-profit interest. So this is something which is a kind of advanced search which can be done to find out about any person, find out about a job in a particular location for any particular company, right? So LinkedIn does comes with this advanced search options. Now, these are the filters which are shown. Now, LinkedIn Premium, if we see these options, LinkedIn advanced search filters in LinkedIn Premium would differ as what in the normal plan, which is a standard plan. So if I open this, these are the all people filter. Acha, it doesn't have the salary or this years of experience. So industry groups, years of experience, function, seniority level, company size, and when joined. These are some other uh, asks or other questions, the search options which are available only in the LinkedIn Premium. So apart from this, the ones which we I'm seeing right now, apart from these seven or eight elements are again added to it. Right? So from a LinkedIn Premium account, I would have these additionally added to my form. Right? Now we come to the objective based plan. So these plans are available in my LinkedIn search, in my LinkedIn Premium search. So if I go for example, I had deactivated my premium so that I can show you the example for this, because most of us have a standard LinkedIn profile. So now if I click on reactivate premium, can you see this? That LinkedIn again is asking me to give make my choice, whether my choice is to grow my career, so get hired and get ahead, stand out, select this plan, business, which is I have to grow my business and nurture, right, reach out to the right people, select this, sales, if I have to look at increasing my sales and reaching out to the key audience, so there's a Salesforce tool which they are selling me, and then it is hiring, which is again, if you I'm looking at hiring at great candidates, so then it is the hiring which primarily they are looking at. So I can look at this as a selective tool. Same goes here. Now for the sales one, LinkedIn has come up with a product, a tool which says Sales Navigator. So this is primarily used for a lead generation campaign. Now, if you have to look at that, this particular tool is such a superb tool that it actually can help you to reach out to so many of your direct contacts, because as it is giving you 20 email messages, so you can directly reach to your contacts. Sales insights, it will also give you who has moved from which account, how many job changes have happened, company's growth, advanced search with lead builder. It will also give you an option for the advanced search options, who has viewed your profile, unlimited people browsing. You can check till up to third degree of your connections, right? And lead recommendations and saved leads. So you can also share your recommendation and search for people. Now, what happens is, in a B2B scenario, normally the contracts are of huge sizes, right? We all know. Only in B2B is that the contracts are of less amount and stuff, but in B2B, the contracts are quite high, right? So, this easily is covered in an So if we have to look at high as a 1 CR plus, because there are tenders, then there are people who are pitching for that business and stuff, and the contract is designed. So the corporate to corporate, in fact, the proposals are going to be product driven proposals, which is ranging to 1 CR around. So now what happens is this particular tool, which is Sales Navigator, is will help you out reaching out to this, and it comes in a very cost effective cost, which is primarily 50K, which comes to an yearly cost. So 50K of as an yearly cost comes out to be between 4 to 5K per month, which is damn cheap, right? So in a proposal, if you are looking at 4 to 5 K cost, right, monthly cost, you have definitely there is something which you can, if one lead also converts, so you are able to kind of get that cost recovered, right? Because our B2B proposals do take time. Best thing about Sales Navigator is that it comes with a light extension for Chrome, so you need not go for an kind of getting into connecting via LinkedIn, but it has a light extension, as in it is going to get added to your Chrome. So whosoever, it will be added like a bookmark, like you have this bookmarks here. So it is going to be added like a bookmark here. So automatically, if you have to just access only Sales Navigator, you can just click on that particular link, and you can open the Sales Navigator rather than going through the entire LinkedIn profile. So this has made life very, very simple for all of us. So this is the Sales Navigator free extension to file data, which you can add, right? Add it to Chrome, and this will get featured here. So now with this we come to an end of lesson 4, and now we move to lesson 5, which is LinkedIn ads. So after this we will take a short break, right? Once I cover LinkedIn, and once we come back, I will play those videos. Okay. So LinkedIn ads primarily are of 5 types, and the types are basically divided into 2 categories. One is the first three, which is your text ads, sponsored updates, and sponsored in mails comes under self-service ads, right? Which is primarily available on the LinkedIn platform, and it is easily can be handled by agency or a person layman. We can handle that. Now, premium display advertising and dynamic ads is something wherein we look at reaching out to LinkedIn marketing solutions, which are right now not available with the LinkedIn ad platform. Like we did our Twitter session. In Twitter also, I there were 2, 3 options ad formats which are right now not open for Indian audience. Right? I did mention at that time that there are similar kind of options available on LinkedIn also, wherein you read excuse me, where you need to reach out to the LinkedIn marketing solutions team. Which is based out of US. So now ad types and placements. Okay. So if I go back to my profile, hmm, can you see this senior leadership program incentive? There's an ad written here. This is an example for my first ad, which is a sponsored ad type. Sorry, text ads, right? This is my text ad. Now, sponsored updates and sponsored email, I'll just show you. So, this is the sponsored post, sponsored update. So, now if I see here, This is also promoted. I want to show you where it's sponsor driven. So the posts with an update which is coming here, earlier they were written as sponsored, now they have changed it to promoted. This is my sponsored updates, right? So where you see promoted, that means they are putting in money. So it's actually not no any different. That's what I'm mentioning, Sapna, right now. That sponsored and promoted is the same thing. Earlier they used to write sponsors. Now they have started using promoted. See, everywhere I can see promoted, right? Now, so this goes for my sponsor. This thing, I will also show you a InMail, which is a sponsored InMail. Mm, so can you see this? Um, this is a sponsored InMail which has been sent by Max from LinkedIn, sending me an invite for a C suit, just speaking, which is a product again by LinkedIn. So now this particular ad format, right? This particular ad format will come with a download now, which will have more details to it, right? So this herein you can have this option as well. This will have a similar looking ad format here. So this in-mail option, firstly, it comes within, say after 6 months. This is short. So now if he has shot this on May 20th, now this is going to come later, right? So this is how, if in fact I was getting like this one, SAP India. So SAP India has come up with the SAP and Innovational Initiative Program. So now they are saying this is something which is, and sign up now, and this will come with a uh, banner itself. It is a promotional banner which would be run on the site, right? So this is again a sponsored in-mail option. So that goes my third one. Now premium display advertising and dynamic ads, I'll just show you. Now we come here. So these are the right. So in-mails actually land up on your messengers only. So this is the one which shows here. This is again an ad which is your promoted ad. Hmm. So this ad is the dynamic ad, and this is the same ad, same kind of a dynamic ad, right? Hmm. Okay. Okay, now I will also show you primarily in a, so this is again as a job posting element. So you can actually, for your company, you can create a job title and stuff, right? And you can upload a, for your pages, you can upload jobs also, which are going to be visible for your company, right? So this also, this is a job board which is provided by LinkedIn. Now let me just look at this. So I have this option of advertise. I click there. Here I say create ad. So can you see this, that it is only giving me three options: sponsored content, text ads, and sponsored email. So I select any of the three, and they give you my the objective also. What does it do? Promote your content with targeted native advertising, drive traffic from the desktop with easy to create ads, and if you directly want to reach out to people you normally who matter most to your business, then you take this one. So we can actually look at doing sponsored emails also this way, right? So select any one of them. Let's take select sponsored content. Account name, I give my account name here. Again, the payment is going to be in dollars. Right now they've not activated the Indian INR rupee. Type your name and your company name, and LinkedIn will, on the search result, will show this, and your company, your ad is going to be, your account is going to be created, from which you can start adding. You'll have the simple ads which are running, so which can help you run your campaigns. So now this is a lead based LinkedIn lead forms for lead generation. So you can also, again, as in Facebook, you can customize as per your targeting. You can pick both the options. So if anybody opens LinkedIn via using a LinkedIn app, then your ad is also going to be visible in the smaller format. Likewise, in the desktop, it will be increases as per the width. You can do a lot of while you are doing, you can do remarket on the LinkedIn with matched and unmatched audience. So you can pick up your website audiences, list the website, link with it, see in the analytics which are your URLs which are matching to your ads, and your matched size. So this you are going to get is going to get covered if you are looking at taking up the LinkedIn module, right? So, guys, with this, we come to an end to LinkedIn, which had an introduction on LinkedIn, what active users are doing, my personal, my brand profiles, how do we set up company pages, effective use of company pages, the best practices on LinkedIn, search functionality vis-a-vis the premium, and the ads, right? So now we'll take a break for, we don't have 10 minutes, so can we go for a 5 minutes break, or I just play the video, demo videos? We are already on nine this thing. It creates, so now earlier they came up with the badge option. Now they have these social icons. So you need to fix that up from a, if you have to go on LinkedIn on your particular page, it will give you the code to set them, take that code, and you have to put it up in your root directly. I think any technical person would do easily. or there's a process on Google which is mentioned. You can read up that process and you can easily can add that. Okay, so I'll play the video, guys. 1 second. I have to switch off the screen and change it to the other one, right? So I guess we are just left with the social media SMM tool, I believe. I think rest three we had already played. So this particular video will have the two tools, which is Sprout Social and one more tool, right? So I'll play now.
Hi and welcome to lesson 4, which is on paid social media analytics tools. All the tools that we've seen in multiple sections so far have been tools that you can use for free to start with and then upgrade to a paid version if required. But there are some paid social media tools out there which do not really have a free version. You can get a free trial, but if you want to continue using them, you will have to pay for them. These tools are quite powerful, though you might not really need them when you're starting out or when you're at a small scale. When you're at a small scale with social media marketing, you can manage with most of the free tools, get a lot of your work done. Even when it comes to analytics, you can make do with Facebook Insights, which is so comprehensive, so much of data out there. You can make do with analytics that Twitter gives you, LinkedIn gives you, Instagram Insights gives you. If you want some more analytics on Twitter, we've seen some free tools in the Twitter section as well, which was Tweet Reach, Tweet Archivist, which give you hashtag analytics. But once you start scaling up, or let's say you're already doing it at a large scale, let's say you're a massive consumer company like Vodafone or Coke, for example, you would have such a large social media presence that your free tools and the existing insights that you have would not be able to give you a big enough picture to be effective with your social media marketing efforts. In such a case, you would need to leverage some really powerful paid social media tools, which are also a category called social media intelligence tools, because they help you with a lot more data and insights that help you drive effective results with your social media marketing efforts, even at a massive scale. So let's look at some of these tools. The first tool that we look at is a tool called Simply Measured. So you can just go to simplymeasured.com and you can check out their features. So they help you with social listening, analytics, tracking shares on your content, and tracking conversions from your social media as well. So if you want to look at their features in more detail, So these tools do a lot more listening than what, let's say, a free tool like Hootsuite can do. So Hootsuite can track across platforms like Twitter. We've seen you can track brand mentions on platforms like Instagram. But tools like these will help you track brand mentions across all social platforms. You can see what is the sentiment, what do people think about your brand, what are they saying about your brand, your product, right? How much are they talking about you? Is the sentiment positive? Is the sentiment negative? Is it neutral? What kind of conversations are you generating? A lot of this data, like you can see in this demo screenshot here as well. So you can see if your sentiment is 91% positive, are your interactions, conversations going up? You can also get insights into what are the emerging themes in your space, so you can plan your social media marketing better. So it gives you a lot of these interesting insights too. You get a lot of insights into your audience. You understand your audience better. And when you understand your audience better, you can craft better content for them. You can also see which influential users are helping extend your reach. So who are your most influential audience? So you get all the data from here where you listen, understand your audience much better. Then it also helps you with analytics. So you can see advanced Instagram insights, your daily engagement across all your channels in one single dashboard. So it'll give you one dashboard where you can see a high level engagement across all your social platforms. You can do a quick corporate analysis, see how your social presence compares with your competitors. And it'll also help you in making your campaigns more meaningful with more advanced analysis and reporting. So that's social analytics. You can also track how your content is being shared. So how much traffic came to your site from social media. So this will help you track the effectiveness or the ROI of your social media marketing. What was the traffic breakdown between URLs that you shared on social media versus URLs that your consumers are sharing? So content that you shared about the brand versus content your audience shared, which content is getting you more traffic? How much traffic came from each post in a particular campaign? Which pieces of content are being shared the most? You can find the most shared content in your industry, for example. It'll give you a lot of idea on what you can do, helps you analyze what's working on social media. So you get all this analytics here. You can also track conversions, which is what actions are people performing on your site. How many people came from social media, made a purchase? How many came from social media and inquired for a product? What is the impact of your social posts? Right? You can see if your engagement is actually leading to sales. Are people only liking your posts, or are they also coming and buying? Is there a correlation between the engagement you're getting and the sales you're driving? So all this advanced data analytics, advanced insights will help you be much, much better at your social media marketing than you would without these tools. But like I said, these make sense only at scale. At a small scale, the amount that these tools would cost, which is on average probably around a lakh to a few lakhs a month, might not make sense for a small business. So that's simply measured. Likewise, you have another tool called Sprout Social. Sprout Social has multiple solutions. So you can see you can use it depending on if you're an enterprise, an agency, you're a small business as well, they have some solutions. You can use it for social media marketing, management. Again, the features, very similar to what you saw for Simply Measured. They help you with planning, executing, managing your social media campaigns, measuring what you're getting out of the campaigns that you're running, right? So that's one thing that they help you with. Next is they also help you managing your entire social messages. So all the messages that you're getting across different platform. So if people interact with you on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, you can manage all of it from one dashboard. You can schedule publish posts similar to what Hootsuite and Buffer do. You can also get a lot of valuable social media management insights. Right? So that's some features that Sprout Social gives you. Another tool that is quite popular in the paid social media tool space is Salesforce Social Studio. This used to be called Radiant 6 a few years ago, which was a very, very popular tool at that time. Salesforce acquired it and made it part of their marketing cloud. So it's called Social Studio now. And this again helps you with advanced listening, analyzing conversations, see what your fans are saying, see what the industry is saying. It helps you with tracking customer sentiment across all platforms in one single dashboard. Also helps you with complete social media response management. You can respond to posts, manage your community, provide customer support, all of this from one dashboard. So all these are features that none of the tools would really provide you all in one for free. Even Hootsuite, which can do quite a lot for you, can't do all of this that you see here. You can also use it to create content, approve content, manage content across multiple networks. And of course, there's a lot of interesting insights, analytics that all of these tools give you. So like I said, these tools can be really powerful when you're doing your social media marketing at scale. So if you're working for a large business, large organization, big brand that has a massive social media presence, then these are tools that you might want to try out and see if they work in your particular business use case. So with that, we are done with this section on social media marketing tools. What you've learned here is how to use Buffer for social media scheduling. How you can use Hootsuite.
So, Priyanka, what's your objective behind using a tool? So, because right now what we did was we covered Hootsuite, we covered Buffer, all those tools. This is social media analytics tool, which also had a listening bit to it, right? Okay, what is your objective? You looking at a picking up scheduling analytics and basically a scheduling and a social media analytics tool, which can give you an idea that which platform is working for you, which is not. So in this case, if you're looking at all these five things, then you should look at the Salesforce, which was also which has Radiant 6, which is used for response management, analytics, and listening. But if you have to divide these into various services, then you can look at a Sprout Social for social analytics and scheduling, and you can look at a separate tool for just response management and listening. Yeah. See, there is an advantage, there is a disadvantage. Advantage would be that you will have two different tools. You will have analytics, which is coming out and it is going to define and easy your work in terms of there is management, there is response management, which is happening, there is listening, which is happening. Analytics will follow with this. If you get everything in one tool, then also it makes your life easy, but then that's too much of a botheration because you are handling so many things in one tool. Are you looking at having these tools to be handled within your brand in house, or you wanting to take a subscription and hand it over to your agency? How are you looking at? Then it's better to go for one tool which has all everything put together so that it reduces your burden of managing so many tools, right? Mehak, coming to your question, go for Salesforce Social Studio. What kind of content question you were asking, guys? In the meantime, if you have no questions, okay. So I'll also tell you quickly what is going to be your task for, which we can detail out and discuss next week. So your task for Thursday or this week is going to be outline your Instagram content strategy and make a list of strategic hashtags, optimizing your current LinkedIn profile, right? So this we will discuss in detail in the next class. In the meantime, please share your feedback on the link which was given. Here's the feedback link. Please share your feedback, guys, before you log off. Also for content-based website and online magazine type. Yes, you can use that for any of your websites. Yeah, you can use this. Mehak, you can use this too. This is good. Guys, can I have your feedback, please? Quickly. Thank you, Swapna. Thank you so much. See you on Thursday. Done. Thank you so much, class. I hope today's session was good enough. See you soon on Thursday. Are we done with the feedback? Oh, Priyanka, I just saw your message. Let's discuss this in the next class, right? I'll make a note of this and we will discuss it in the next class.